So basically I will just launch the site. Once I launch the site, get to site permissions. When you get to site permissions, you click on advanced permission settings. So this time around we're going to be testing this scenario with one user. So basically let's just assume that the custom permission groups that you have on a SharePoint site by default, whenever you create a SharePoint site, it comes with three default groups: the site owners, the members, and the visitors. So the members have edit permissions, the owners have full control, and the visitors have the read permission, right? However, let's assume in a situation that a user may have inadvertently deleted the three custom permission groups, right? So once you delete the three custom permission groups, all the people who are part of these groups, okay, will definitely lose access to SharePoint. So that is the behavior of the group. So the group plays a major role in SharePoint. So it's one of the primary roles that the group creates is it allows you to be able to assign the necessary permission that is required, okay, that is required for any user who is either inside the organization or outside of the organization. Now I have a user inside my organization and I'm going to just search for the user's name, and the user's name is Ayo. Okay, so let us test. I hope Ayo does not have permission on this site. So I'm just checking. Oh, limited access given directly. Okay, let me check. So how do we check this? Now, Ayo has limited access. Some content shows some users. Let us see and look at it here. So I'm just going to remove Ayo from here. And then we are going to search again, refresh. So the limited permission, let me just explain what this implies is this means that the user have been given permission on either document library level or file level or folder level. So whenever a user is given permission on a lower level that is not the site level, the user will automatically be given access to we have the limited access permission. So it is by design, and that's how SharePoint works. Now let us go ahead to just search for the user again. Ayodele. Okay, if you click this, click on check now, let us see. You say the user no longer have permission. The user's permission is now set to none. Now let us proceed. So when you come to this place where you have the site member, so I'm going to just give Ayodele the permission, which click here, add new. I'll just give Ayodele the members permission. So I'll just click on show or on check invitation. I don't need her to get an invite. So I'll just go ahead to copy the URL. Okay. And once I copy it, I already have Ayodele here, right? Ayodele is already here. And then I will try to give her access to the site. Can you see? So Ayodele now have permission to the sites on the edit permission that was given to her. Okay, now this is what we are going to do. Like I had earlier explained, let us go ahead to check Ayodele's permission. So I just typed Ayodele, click on her, click on check now. Good, she has the direct edit permission. That's fantastic. Now let's assume that in a situation or in a scenario whereby an admin just deletes, or anyone just deletes these three permission groups, what happens is once anyone deletes this permission group, Ayodele, who is part of the members group here, will lose access. Okay, but before then I would like to first of all make us understand something. Okay, in SharePoint there are ways at which when you delete the default custom groups, you can actually provision a new group. Okay, provisioning a new group is different from having to just create a group here. So this group this particular group here, you're just trying to create this group manually. Okay, when you create this group manually, you are now going to assign the different permission levels. Okay, this is definitely going to be a different discussion altogether for the permission levels. So this is just how this works in creating group, but this is not how we are going to be doing this time around. What we are going to do is, so let me just duplicate this tab. Give me a moment. Duplicate. Good, fantastic. So what we are going to be doing in this scenario is we are going to have to navigate to the group, the permission group creation, when you're trying to create the permission group from roots. Okay, from the roots. So now, how do you go about this? It's pretty easy. Okay, so now look at the URL where you have test sites, these users. So just come to this place and then take out this guy and then replace him with PERM, that's permission. Okay, then you type setup and then type .aspx. So once you click enter, it's going to bring you here. Okay, now you say use existing group. Remember this other tab that I have here. Okay, so we'll still come back here. You see use existing group. So the existing group is making reference to is these groups that you have here. Okay, so that's the existing group that is making reference to here. However, when we proceed to delete all these groups, you will realize that this use existing group will no longer be visible here. I will show you. Now, let me just go ahead to delete this group, these default groups. So how do you delete? Click on the group, click on settings, group settings, then you scroll down, allow it to load, scroll down, click on delete, click OK. Right, now go back to the permissions. Okay, by default it will still bring you back to the last two groups. So when you refresh, the members is out. Okay, so let's go to owners, settings, group settings, scroll down, delete. So it will now toggle down to visitors. Say it's here at visitors. So you just still go ahead, group settings, scroll down, delete. Can you see? You no longer have you no longer have permission, you no longer have the permission group here stated. However, I would like to also explain something to you. Now, let us go ahead to still refresh. This is your delays environment, right? Please refresh. Your delays still have access. Okay, now in this scenario, I'm just gonna explain something to us. Just bear with me. So, okay, now this is what I'm looking for. You see, there is no item here. Okay, the reason why there is no item here is because we've gone ahead to delete the whole custom permission. Okay, however, when you go ahead to search for your delay, you will see that your delay no longer have permission. Okay, now let us check. Let's copy this, paste it here. Can you see? You need permission to access this site. So Ayodele no longer have permission to this site because the groups, one of the groups at which she belongs to, have been removed. Okay, now please do not panic, because at this point I've had different scenarios whereby a client comes and say, oh, I just realized that all our custom groups have been deleted by someone and we don't know. Please, before we even go ahead to investigate to know what went wrong, can you please help us to restore these groups? Okay, please, we just want to get back to work. That's because as it is now, our work, we are not able to actually achieve what we want to do. Okay, so first of all, I have to calm the customer down. Okay, or calm the client down, tell him or her, okay, let us just carry out some action plans, which will definitely, in this scenario, you have to create a new group from the roots. Okay, not here, not clicking on create group. No, this aspect is very, very different. Okay, it's different from the other one. The difference is here you have the option to actually select the custom permission level that you need here. However, what we are looking at doing is to having to provision the custom groups again from scratch. Okay, now you remember on this tab we have these environments, okay, where we are able to where we are able to actually see the use existing group option because the groups were in existence as of then. Now let me just copy this URL. I'll show us the difference. Come back to the previous one and then replace it here. So when you replace it here, click on enter. You're going to notice the difference. Can you see? Look at this, is the other one. This is the other one. When the groups were there, it has used an existing group. But because this site has realized that there are no longer existing groups on this site, that's why it's not telling us you have to create a group for it. Okay, so how do we do this? Just go ahead and type group site visitors. I mean, I can use any name as long as I'm trying to be specific in terms of making sure that this is for visitors, this is for members, and this is for owners. Okay, so I'll just say group group site owners. So there it is. Now I'll go ahead to create. Great, I've created a group. Right now, when I go back to the click on the gear icon, click on site permissions, click on advanced permission settings. Now you see the groups are back, right? The groups are back with the default permission levels: edit, full control, and read. So group owners have full control, members have edit, visitors have read. Now, nevertheless, if we still go back to Ayodele's environment, if we can remember, I'll just copy the sites, right? She still will not have access. It's still saying access denied. Is that correct? See, access denied because she does not have permission. So what I'm going to do now is to give her the permission that she had before the group was deleted. So I'll just click on the group, type her name, Ayodele. Oh, sorry. Ayo, this, and then click on share. Now, after I've clicked on share, you see Ayodele has been added to the group site members. So when you go back to now, okay, sorry, I'm coming. Test sites, click enter. See, she's back. So that is how you can actually create, okay, that's how you can actually create groups. Okay, that's how you can actually create groups. When your groups are being deleted, you can recreate the group again. So to further confirm that Ayodele now have permission, you can just search for her name here. When you click on check permission, search for her name, type Ayodele, click on check. Now you see edits given directly through the site members group. So I guess I've been able to actually clarify this. So it's very easy, pretty straightforward, and very interesting. So thank you very much for watching this session, and then I look forward to sharing more quick guides to us, okay, or with us. Okay, all right, bye for now. Cheers.